Welcome to your Thursday Tech Minute. Today I'd like to introduce you to a website called Blendspace. Start by typing in and heading to blendspace.com. Once there, click on the Sign Up button on the top right and follow the steps to register for the website. Blendspace is paired with Google, so this makes registration faster and easier for you and the students. Once you have registered, you will get this screen and you are ready to get started. You can choose one of two things to do first. You can either create a new lesson or set up your classes to start for your students. I'm going to show you how to create classes on Blendspace first. When you get to this screen, click on Classes on the top of the page. It will take you to a page of this where you can simply type in the class name that you would like to create. Choose the grade level that you want it for, and then click on Create Class. When you click on the Create Class button, you will get a pop-up window with a link to register and a class code you can share with your students. I shared my link and code in a Google Classroom announcement with my students. For students to sign up, they simply go to the website, click Sign Up, choose Student, and then click Register with Google, and their opening page will look similar to yours when they get to it. They just need then to click Join Class and enter the code that you gave them. The next step in Blendspace is to add a lesson for your students to work on. If you are on this page where you're adding your classes, simply click the dashboard button at the top of the page and it will take you back to this site. Blendspace is a site that lets you create a self-paced flipped classroom type of learning. I've used it in the past for students to review and practice concepts on a day when I had a substitute teacher. To get started, click on New Lesson. The first step is to give a title to your lesson. I titled mine for this one, Periodic Table. After this, you can choose from the menu on the right to add resources to your boxes on your screen that your students will work through. Some of the things you can do are search YouTube for a video, or you can even copy and paste one if you have a link in mind. Remember, though, that you may need to go to your own YouTube website and approve it for K-12 viewing. One nice thing that Blendspace has as well is you can click preview and you can play and preview the video in order to see if it is appropriate for what you want it to be. Other things you can do are search Google for websites. You can also search Google or Flickr for images. You can insert a website of your own, and you can also insert files from your Google Drive that you want students to do. Since this is linked with your Google Drive account, you can just search by hitting enter, or you can simply type in the name of the lesson or the file that you want to drop in there. So to start, choose what you want to have students to start with and search the type of source you want and just drag it and drop it into the box of your choice. So if you want it to be the first box, the bottom box, the last box, it doesn't matter. If you don't like where it's at after you have the lesson all arranged, you can go ahead and drag and drop the resources anywhere you want to, or simply click on delete if you want to get rid of it. If you add a Google Doc, students will need to download the doc and then edit it and put the information they need into it, and then they will share it with you either in Google Classroom or just as a shared document. You can also add a description for each window pane for the students to tell them what you want them to do with it by clicking the edit pencil on the bottom right of whatever the box is. That way students have a little bit more information with what they want you to do with it as well. You can also choose to add a row at the bottom to add more activities if you would like to in your creation. One final feature that I'd like to share with you is the Add Quiz button option in a box. You just click on it, enter your questions and choices in the box, and add as many questions and as answer choices as you'd like. The only downside to this is you can only do multiple choice questions for this. But since Blendspace pairs well with Google, you could add a Google form to have students answer some questions on. You could also link a test Moz and give them the code in the description as well. Once you are all done with your lesson, you can preview kind of what it will look like for the students by pressing play. The nice interesting thing about this site is students can rate the tiles as they're doing them. So you can rate if they liked it or they weren't really a fan. And this kind of helps you know if that was a good choice for that lesson or something you might need to change for later. Students can also click on this button to make the Blendspace full screen as well. When you are finished with the lesson, you simply click on Share. It gives you the option to select the classes you would like to share it with, or you can also click on Google Classroom and it will post a lesson there as an assignment or an announcement as well. You can also change the privacy settings, and you can also add collaborators to this as well, and have other teachers edit or change this if they would like to and work together to create one assignment for multiple classes. There's also one final thing, which is a lesson library where you can search lessons that teachers have already created for Blendspace and kind of save yourself some time or see what other teachers have done. Blendspace is a great tool. It allows you to give the students a chance to show their learning. Students can also take this and create a Blendspace as well and present that information in a different way rather than a PowerPoint or a slideshow. I hope you had a good time learning about this. Thanks for watching. This has been your Thursday Tech Minute.